This formation from last FIFA is still insane, and I'm going to be showing you guys the best custom tactics and instructions to use for this formation. If you want the cheapest FC24 coins to get ahead of the competition, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JambooUK for 5% off. So guys, as you can see, you've got a little sneak preview into the team I'm using in Rivals, and I've managed to get a setup that I really do enjoy. Do me a favour, let's try and hit 200 likes on this video, and if we do hit that, I'll give away some FIFA points to someone who comments down below. I am giving away FIFA points every day for the next month on the channel to people who subscribe and comment down below. So just let me know what formation you're currently using, and you'll be in with a chance of winning. But as you can see, we've got a decent little team going on. We've got Mendy in goal due to the Saudi links. Quite a lot of Real Madrid players in here. 5, I believe. Yeah, the 3 midfields, and then Alaba and Mendy. We've got Araujo, Cancelo, and a nice front three. We're lacking a little bit of pace in some areas, but the team, you know, especially for this stage of the game, it is holding up very well. Let me show you this formation. So, custom tactics. And it is going to be a 4-3-2-1. Now, the instructions, pretty important, so make sure you don't miss those as well. Balance on the defensive, 55 width, 70 on the depth, which is very aggressive. I've seen some people say that they are struggling with, you know, just how much through balls are dominating this game. So people are playing a lot lower depth. For me personally, I'm taking the approach of getting at my opponent. I'm trying to win the ball back high and then dictate the game that way. But if you're less comfortable with your defending, you can consider dropping this down to even as low as 40. However, I do feel like a 4-3-2-1 is a formation for getting on the front foot. So that is completely up to you guys. But I'm playing a nice high depth. We've got direct passing, subject to testing, but I'm still pretty sure it's the same as last year. You know, direct passing is going to be the meta. Just push your opponent's back line, you know, a little bit deeper when you're in and around the box. 65 for the width. I may actually try and narrow in that a little bit and see how that plays out. But 6 players in the box. It feels a little bit different to last year with the players in the box thing, because I always used to run 7. But now, like, I literally at times would have my midfielders charging it into the box. It didn't really used to be like that. So I have dropped it down to 6. And so far, so good. It does seem to be working quite well. That is obviously how you line it up. In terms of the different style of players that you're in this setup, you're going to want fullbacks that are ideally quick, even though Cancelo isn't really anymore, but I've got a shadow on him. You want them to be good on the ball. Fullbacks in this formation are absolutely vital, because without them, you have 0 natural width in this formation. Don't get me wrong, this is one of the best formations in the game, but the fullbacks are absolutely needed, and you're going to see the instructions as well. We've got a more defensive-minded player in the middle of the midfield 3. In an ideal world, you know, I would just fill this with, like, box-to-box players who can defend and offer something in the attack. But in this stage of the game, very, very difficult to get that. I've sort of got a really perfect balance. You've got, like, Modric, who's the very creative dribble player. You've got Tchouaméni, who's the destroyer, and then Bellingham, who's a more box-to-box. So it is a nice balanced midfield, and I would actually recommend these 3 guys together. I think they play super, super good. We then have Riyad Mahrez, who, again, not the quickest anymore, but definitely, you know, usable pace. I'm not noticing, you know, that he's so slow it's ruining my attacks or anything. And the same goes with CR7. He's mainly there for his aerial dominance, the skill moves, and of course the finishing as well. Star player, I would definitely say, by a country mile, is Neymar. I think he's so, so good on the game. And if you do have the coins, I would definitely recommend trying to go out and pick him up for sure. But let's look at these instructions, and I'm trying to rock with the same as last year. However, I do feel it plays a little bit differently. So what you're going to want is on 2 of your forward 3, you're going to want get in behind and also stay forward. You can put stay central both if you well, but I don't mind Neymar being out a little bit more wide. On one of them, you're going to want to get in behind, but also come back on defense. The 4-3-2-1, it is a horrible formation naturally for defending it. Just too narrow. However, what you can do with this is you actually make one of your forwards defend as a wide mid, and then you defend in a 4-4-2. So what happens here is Mahrez will drop and become more of a right mid. You're going to have your two centre mids here on cover centre, and then when defending, you're going to have your left centre mid become a left mid. So you've basically got Bellingham, left mid, two centre mids, Mahrez as a right mid, only when defending. And you've got your two up top, of course. So that is how you line those up. I do have stay back while attacking on too many as well. Just sort of, he's that bad on the ball that I feel when he goes forward, he could possibly cost attack. So I'd rather him sit there, and he's so good defensively. Very, very good card. So we've just got him sat there in front of the defence, and we let the other two get more involved. I may try having one of the centre mids on get full well, but I'll let you guys know how that goes. And then the most important instruction is, of course, the overlap on the fullbacks. Like I said earlier, you absolutely need them getting involved in the attack in this setup. You have no width without it, and they're just going to give you so many more options. What you find is you get the ball in the midfield and you dominate the midfield battle because you have the three, and then you have your left and right backs just bombing up and down the pitch, and you can find those every single time. So overall, in terms of, a setup for being nice and direct, good in the attack and overloading your opponent, the 4-3-2-1 is a very good option. Another thing that I did forget to say, you want at least one of the centre mids to be good going forward in terms of his finishing as well. Because what I have noticed on this game, and it's pretty weird, because obviously in real life recently, Bellingham has been, scoring a lot of goals and stuff and playing more as like a 10. And I don't know what it is, but way more so than Modric, he is constantly like making runs into the box and actually getting into like striking positions. So I'm trying to work out what causes that, because I've got both of them on balance. They've both got high attacking work rate, I believe. So I don't really understand it, but you guys will have to let me know, if you think there's something missing. But that is the 4-3-2-1. If you have any questions about the setup, do let me know in the comments. But let me know how you're getting on with the game as well. I'd be very interested to know. I think it's very similar to FIFA 23, in a number of ways. But all in all, appreciate you guys. Catch you on the next one. I'm giving you guys EAFC points every day for the next month. Just subscribe and comment down below for a chance to win.